So the next thing is, I have a table, that is EMP table, and I have another table, department table. Okay, so I want sum of the columns from the both tables. Okay, because whatever the columns I have in this table EMP, what are the columns I have? EMP table, and the next one is select star from department table. We'll go to this database. Okay, so these are the list of columns from the both tables. So for a particular users, I want to give only to access the columns employee number, employee name, and his job, okay, and his salary. I don't want to give any permission on the commission column. How can we do? We can't do, right? Because we can restrict a person on a table level, not on the column level. We can give a permissions to a person on a table level. For example, I can give permissions to the EMP table. I can give permissions to the EMP1 table. I can't give permissions on the column level. Because for example, sometimes if you want to give access only for employee number, employee name, job, and salary, I don't want to show this what is the commission for each employee. Okay, and also I want to give only the department name. I don't want to give permission on the location, which employee belongs to, from which location. I don't want to disclose this information to the users. So how can we do? Because we don't have this kind of feature in the SQL Server to give the column level restriction. Either you can give the entire table level, or you can restrict the entire table level. So what is the solution? So the best solution is views. In a real-time scenarios also, mostly the client will give permission on only the views. They don't give a direct permission on the tables. So what is a view? A view is a virtual table. We are going to create a view by using different tables, and whatever the columns you are required, you are expecting, so we are including that columns inside the view, and instead of using those tables, you can use this view as a table. Okay, right. So for example, what are the columns you are expecting? I want only employee number, employee name, salary, job, comma, department name from both tables, from EMP as E, okay, inner join department table as D, on E dot department number equal to D dot department number. The relation between these two tables is this one. See, you are getting the department, employee number, employee name, salary, job, department. So how to create a view? Create view. What is the view name? The view name I am going to give E underscore, sorry, V underscore EMPD as, so you have to give the syntax like this way. Create view, view name as select what are the list of the columns. So this query. So if you are executing this command completed successfully, a view is created. So where you can see the view under this database, under the views, you can see over it. The view name is v.empdept. v_empdept. Okay, so this view is just storing the query, whatever the query you are writing here, and this is storing the query. It is not storing any database. It is just occupying the storage only for this query. It is not storing this result. So whenever you are going to call this view, okay, whenever you are going to call this view, what it will do, it will try to execute this query and try to get the result from these two tables. Okay, so how to call this view? Simple. How you are treating your normal tables, you can treat this view also. Like, right, select star from, what is the view name? This is the view name. See, the same result is coming. Whatever this query is giving the result, the same result we are getting from this. Okay, so now what you can do, you can give a permission to that person's, that users only on this view. If you are giving access on this view, they will get, or they will access only employee number, employee name, salary, job, department name. They can't see the commission, they can't see anything other than this. Instead of giving access on the EMP table, instead of giving the access on the department table, if you are giving access on the EMP table, they will see all the information in the EMP table, because some information is confidential. So in that situation, you can create a view with some of the columns from multiple tables, and you can give access to the users on this view. Okay, right, for example, so this is the view. How will you get whatever the code, whatever the select statement you have written for this view, the create script for this view? Either you can get like this way, right click, select view, create new query window. So this is the create script for your view. Other than using this graphical user interface, so by writing a simple command, sp underscore help text, what is the view name? This is the view name. So if you are executing this command, it will give the create script. This is the create script we are using for creating a view, right? Create view, this is the view name as, right? Later if you want to add one more column, or if you want to remove one of the column from this view, I don't want this salary column, or I don't want this job column. So what you have to do, you have to alter this view, you have to modify this view. So instead of create, alter view, what is the view name, and I have removed one column. Command completed successfully. We'll check whether it is altered or not. Right? So from this, the job column is missing. Only employee number, employee name, salary, department name is coming. So you can execute this one. Job column is missing now, because we have removed the column from here. Okay? So this way you can alter your view also. So now what I want to do, we are selecting this view, select star from whatever the view. So it is acting like a table only, right? So what exactly the structure is there? In your MSBI database, this is your MSBI database, you have EMP table and you have department table. This is EMP table and this is department table. So in high level, what we are doing, by using these two tables, we have designed a virtual table, that is view. So what this view is storing? This view is storing select some of the column names from EMP table, inner join, so department table. So whatever the query it is storing. So I am the user, I want to call select star from whatever the view name you have created. So whenever the user is writing this query, so it is going to contact this view. What this view will do, whatever the query inside this view, this will execute and get the data from the EMP table as well as department table. Then it will return result to the user. Okay, right. So if you are writing the select query, it will get the result. If I am writing a delete command on this view, or if I am writing a update command on this view, where it will change? Because the view is not storing any data, then where it is going to update that record? For example, if I am deleting a particular employee information, delete from the view name like this way, delete from v underscore emp dept where employee number equal to 7521. So where it is going to delete this record? This view don't have any data. This is just storing the query. The data where it is located, where it is stored. The data is stored in the EMP table, the employee information. So it will delete that employee information in your EMP table. It will affect your base table. Yes, it will delete the record in the EMP table. Whenever you are writing a delete command or update command, okay, it will affect in your base tables also. There are specific conditions are there. For example, in your query, when you are writing this view, in your query, if you are using group by top keywords, these kind of keywords if you are using, you can't delete, you can't update the records. So you have to write down only the simple queries without any restrictions. Okay, I want to use another database because I don't want to delete the record over there. So I want to create this view, create view, sorry, the department number, and this is also department number. Create the view, column E number. Okay, the EPT number. I think we don't have. Okay, right. Just come back to our MSBI only. Okay. So for example, I am going to create a view. Create a view v underscore emp dept. This is my view as select sum of salary, comma and department number from EMP group by department number. Okay, so I'm going to create this one. Create a view or function field because of the no column was specified for the column 2. So whenever you are writing these aggregate functions, you have to specify the alias name. Okay, command completed successfully. Select star from, what is the view name? This is the view name. Sorry, this is the view name. If I am trying to delete a record, delete from this view, okay, where department number equal to 10, what will happen? See, it is throwing error. Cannot update the view. The view name is this one because it contains aggregate functions. Whenever you are using any aggregate functions in your view, you can't delete, you can't alter. Not only the aggregate function, if you are using distinct keyword like this way, for example, select distinct star, you can't delete this query also. Or if you are using any group by class, or if you are using pivot unpivot operators, so in that situations you can't update. So when you can update, other than these situations you can do. Okay, right. So every time whenever the user, someone is trying to see the code what I am using inside this course, I don't want to allow the people to see the create script of this view, sp underscore help text v underscore emp delete it. So in that situation, whenever you are creating this view, you can encrypt the code. Encryption means we don't want to show the create script for any others. So simply you can add with encryption. With encryption. See, if you are executing this one, the text object v underscore emp department is encrypted. Okay, it don't show any data, the create script. Am I right? Right. So the next situation is, whatever the tables you are using inside over here, so the next one is, whatever the tables you are using inside this view, if someone is trying to drop this table, so what happened for this view? Because we are using emp table, department table, and this is the view. This view is using emp table and department table. Someone is dropping this department table or emp table. So when you are calling this view, what will happen? The view is looking for the emp table, but the table was dropped by someone. So these kind of problems will arise. So in that situation, what we are going to do here, if anyone is going to drop this table, first they have to drop this the view. Whatever the views are created on this table, they have to drop this table. Then only they can drop this emp table. Otherwise, they can't drop. So how can you do that one? So you have to apply the property with schema binding. If you are putting the with schema binding when you are creating the view, okay, so When you are creating this schema binding, you have to put the schema name in front of the tables. These tables belongs to which schema? DBO schema, right? See here under MSBA database, these are the tables. All belongs to DBO, 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 DBO. Execute this one. Command completed successfully. Now I want to drop table EMP. So you can't drop. You can't drop this EMP table because the view is depending on this. So first you have to drop these views, then only you can drop the tables. That is schema binding. Okay, right. So you have this EMP table and you have department table, and this is your view. So when the user is requesting for the view, then this will contact the tables. If you want to improve the performance of the view, or if you want to improve the performance of the tables, normally what we are doing, we are creating the indexes. How you are creating an index on the tables, the same way you can create the indexes on the view also. We'll discuss in later sessions how to create a indexes. If you are creating an indexes on this table, that is we are calling indexed views. In Oracle we are calling those are materialized views. Okay, I will show you in when we are discussing in the indexes, so how to create the indexes on the views also. Okay.